Hello, everybody, and welcome to Inspiring Change, the interview series where we get a chance to talk to people who are out there making a positive world change. And one of our special members and guests today is Di Riseborough. Hi, Di.
Hi, Shari. How are you doing today?
So great. Thank you so much for being here and being part of the Wellness Universe.
Pleasure's mine.
So why don't you go ahead and tell everybody out there what your Facebook page is and what's your mission behind it?
My Facebook page predominantly is my name, Di Riseborough, Intuitive Life Strategist. With my accent, some people often think I'm saying laugh strategist. We laugh in general, but it's a life strategist. And my page actually is about giving voice to people that feel that they can't express themselves. The way I started my page actually is I resisted being on Facebook, and I lost a bet and a dare, and so I was forced to be on Facebook.
Not a bad thing.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad thing. So actually it's been a great thing to create a lovely online community and it's an extension of my own work and my energy. And basically the whole point of that page is for people to be seen and heard, predominantly. I think that's a core issue for most of us in this world today is nobody hears us, nobody sees us. But I want people to have a safe environment for them to express their thoughts. Every thought is valuable. We don't have to agree on them, but every thought is valuable, and I want people to have that opportunity to practice anonymously or whatever they are on a Facebook environment, and then go into their life and actually practice it if they can.
That's beautiful. Is that something, wellness, has that always been a part of who you are? Have you always wanted to help and heal and guide and do all that?
That's a good question, yes. From a very, very young age, I've always been out trying to make a difference in some form or another. But I would say in the last 12 years, wellness for me has actually come about in terms of me doing my own work. And the whole thing about wellness is I see it from a holistic perspective. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is we can never be whole unless we visit all four areas of our lives, the spiritual, the emotional, the mental, and the physical aspects of our lives daily, and accept and embrace all aspects of ourselves, the light and the dark. And people, I find in my work, and my work is based on us being a spiritual being, yes, having a human experience. My point is having a human experience. What I mean by that is integrating both the sort of the energy of the spiritual aspect of ourselves, living it daily as a human, and dealing with all the emotional pain that comes about in our lives, because life creates that challenge, right? So I'm trying to, in my work and in my page, get the message across that there are people that can help support you through this, and we're not alone. It's not a sign of weakness asking for help. I personally had to do that and was a struggle, like, I have to go ask for help. I can't deal with it by myself. It's like, shame on you.
Especially when you're in this field and everyone expects you to be a certain way. It's like, what?
And I'm not. And I always profess not to be. And I never give something for my clients to do that I haven't done. Because I feel you can't ask people to do what you're not living or doing.
Absolutely.
And so that is the basis of my work, is to help people through sort of that emotional angst in their life, predominantly, to live a happy, healthier, peaceful life that I had to go and work through, because I knew that my life was not going to be happy and that kind of stuff if I don't face it, right?
Right. I know, because so much you spend pushing away and pushing it down and not realizing that you're not dealing with your own stuff. Absolutely. I completely get that. And speaking of having a happy and peaceful life, what is something that does that for you? What inspires you?
What inspires me? When you ask that question, the first thing that always comes to mind is people in the wellness universe, right? People that are making a difference in the world, that come from a heart-centered place, that are loving and wanting to make a difference in no matter what way it is. It doesn't have to be this huge thing. It's, it could be just, be showing an act of kindness each day. So that kind of thing inspires me. Social change inspires me, being part of something that brings about more love in the world in that respect, more healing in the world. There's so much pain and anger, and being an empath, I feel that a lot. And there are days where I struggle with that kind of sort of feeling that, there's no hope, because It feels like we're in the trenches all the time. But, being around people and a community that inspires change, that creates change and takes action rather than just do nothing, we have a right to say something or do something about it instead of complaining about it, right? If you don't like it, do something about it, right?
Right, absolutely. It's such a great point that you brought up about people and just being out there, that you don't have to go and do this grand thing. You don't have to go and cure cancer or, end world hunger. You can just go and hold a door for someone. You could smile. You could bring joy into people's lives every day.
Yeah,
and
something small.
Right. And but it means so much to somebody, something so small. What a beautiful thing to give and to share and to encourage. So being that you have a message that you're out there in the world every day, what would you want to share with the world if you had the opportunity to have the whole world listening in on you?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I think what I would like the world to hear is that life will always create challenges for us. Of course, it didn't come with a manual when we were born. We're here again to have a human experience, to experience life and to live life fully to the best of our abilities. And I would say my message would be is that, yes, you're going to have challenges. There's going to be pain. We cannot run away from our life because every morning you wake up and, hello, there you are. Hey. So, we can't escape forever. And the sooner we recognize that the things aren't working in our lives, we don't have to stay with that stuff. We have the capability or the option or the choice to make a difference and change that for ourselves. It's always a choice. And doing nothing is still a choice, right? So my message would be is that, find people around you that support and would love to help you with your journey of getting back to recognizing who you truly are, the essence of your being on this planet, and bringing that to fruition. And stay present, doing your work. Don't run away from the fear, work through it, work through the pain, because once you do that, you'll feel the joy and the happiness that comes about the healing.
Right. Fabulous. Tell everybody, thank you so much first for joining us, and tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me at www.facebook.die.riseborough.intuitive.life.
I'll have it on the screen, don't you worry. Thank you so much for being part of the Wellness Universe and being here today with us and all the work that you do.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Shari.
You're welcome.